Have you ever caught yourself feeling a little off balance and just brushed it off as getting older? You're not alone, and you're not wrong to notice it. But here's something most people never hear. Balance issues later in life are rarely just about age. In fact, many of them come down to a handful of everyday habits that quietly chip away at your stability without you even realizing it. If you're between the ages of 55 and 80 and you've felt even a little less sure on your feet lately, this video is for you. We're going to walk through the 5 most common and preventable mistakes that cause people to lose their balance over time. These aren't complicated medical problems. They're small daily choices like skipping leg strengthening exercises or living with poor lighting that can have a big impact on your mobility and safety. Here's the truth. You have more control over your balance than you've been told. Just because you're aging doesn't mean falling is inevitable. By recognizing these subtle, risky habits now, you can take practical steps to stay steady, move confidently, and maintain your independence. Most importantly, you can stop living in fear of the next fall and start living with intention. This video isn't about blaming yourself, it's about becoming aware, making smarter choices, and taking action before it's too late. You don't need to overhaul your life. Sometimes, all it takes is a better pair of shoes, a few stretches, or a simple conversation with your doctor. And be sure to stick around to the end, because the 5th mistake we'll share might be the most surprising one, and fixing it could make the biggest difference in keeping you on your feet for years to come. If you find this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a tip that could keep you strong, steady, and safe. We also want to hear from you. Have you experienced balance issues or found something that helped? Share your story in the comments below. You never know who your experience might inspire or help. Let's jump in. Number 1. Overlooking changes in balance supporting senses. One of the most overlooked contributors to falls and instability in older adults is the gradual decline in the inner ear and vision systems. Most people don't realize just how essential these 2 senses are for staying balanced until they begin to falter. And the decline doesn't usually happen overnight. It's subtle. It creeps in so quietly that by the time you start feeling unsteady, the underlying issues have likely been progressing for years. Let's start with the inner ear. Deep inside your ear is a tiny but powerful structure known as the vestibular system, which sends messages to your brain about movement, head position, and spatial orientation. As we get older, this system can lose sensitivity. You might experience fleeting dizziness when you roll over in bed, a strange sense of tilting while walking, or a brief lightheadedness when you stand up. These symptoms might seem minor, but they're often your body's way of signaling that its balance sensors are misfiring. Your eyes also play a crucial role. Vision changes that come with age, like decreased peripheral awareness or impaired depth perception, can make it harder to judge distances, detect elevation changes, or adjust to lighting differences between rooms. For example, stepping onto a shadowed porch or navigating a dim hallway may become unexpectedly challenging, even dangerous. And if your glasses are outdated or poorly adjusted, your visual input might be sending mixed signals to your brain, further confusing your body's efforts to stabilize. Now imagine both of these systems, your ears and your eyes, declining together. This sensory combination can become a silent but potent risk factor. Your brain relies on real-time feedback from both systems to correct your body's movements. If one falters, the other compensates. But when both are underperforming, your body's reaction time slows and your chance of falling increases. Consider the story of Margaret, a 76-year-old grandmother who tripped over a small step leading into her garden. She wasn't dizzy, and she could see just fine, or so she thought. A checkup revealed that cataracts were reducing her contrast sensitivity, making the step nearly invisible in sunlight. Combined with mild inner ear dysfunction, her brain was misjudging her position. With new glasses and balance-focused physical therapy, she regained confidence in her footing and now navigates her garden with ease. Preventing falls starts with recognizing the importance of your sensory systems. Schedule regular hearing evaluations even if you don't wear hearing aids on to keep up with annual vision checkups. Make sure your eyeglasses include up-to-date prescriptions and features like anti-glare or high-contrast lenses. Some seniors even benefit from vision therapy or balance training sessions designed specifically to retrain the brain's coordination of sensory inputs. Staying upright isn't only about muscle strength. It's about how effectively your brain receives, interprets, and reacts to sensory information. Maintaining healthy eyes and ears gives your body the data it needs to make fast, accurate adjustments. When you stay alert to small shifts in how you hear or see the world around you, you're protecting your independence and your safety one step at a time. Number 2. Wearing improper footwear at home. One of the most underestimated threats to balance, especially inside your own home, is wearing the wrong type of footwear. It might seem like a small thing, but many seniors unknowingly increase their fall risk by walking around in loose slippers, plain socks, or even barefoot. While these choices may feel cozy and convenient, they are among the top causes of slips and falls at home. The danger lies in how these options fail to provide the grip, support, or foot stability needed on surfaces like tile, hardwood, or linoleum. As we get older, several physiological changes affect our feet. The fat pads that cushion the soles thin out, arches weaken, and toes can curl or become rigid due to arthritis. These changes increase the likelihood of instability. If your footwear doesn't offer firm heel support, a structured arch, and a solid non-slip sole, you're walking with a higher risk of tripping or slipping even on your own living room floor. The issue is that many popular slippers prioritize softness over safety. They might feel plush and warm, but they often lack the basic features that protect your balance. Many are loose at the back, have slick bottoms, or offer no foot enclosure at all. And socks? Unless they have rubberized grips, they offer nearly zero traction and are a common cause of kitchen and bathroom falls. One misstep in slippery socks can lead to a serious injury. Take the case of Leonard Thompson, a 76-year-old retired teacher from Minnesota. Leonard always wore thick socks around his home in winter to keep warm, thinking nothing of it. But one evening, he slipped on the hardwood hallway while heading to the bathroom and hit his head on the doorframe, resulting in a mild concussion. After a short hospital stay and a long talk with his physical therapist, he switched to supportive, slip-resistant shoes designed for indoor use. Since making that change, he hasn't had a single fall, and his confidence while walking around the house has returned. So, what should you wear instead? Opt for footwear that fully encloses your foot, has a snug heel fit, supportive arches, and rubberized non-slip soles. Avoid flip-flops, loose backless slippers, or anything that doesn't stay secure during movement. Even inside your own home, supportive shoes can be a vital safety tool, especially if you have smooth flooring. Check your house shoes regularly. Soles wear down with time, and even shoes with great grip can become slick and unsafe. If your shoes start sliding instead of gripping, it's time to replace them. And this isn't about sacrificing comfort. There are shoes specifically made for older adults that offer soft, breathable material combined with strong support and grip. Investing in the right pair can prevent painful injuries and help you stay mobile and independent longer. Also, consider the areas in your home where you're most likely to slip: bathrooms, kitchens, and staircases, and make sure those spaces are slip-resistant too. Add rugs with grip pads, use floor-safe cleaning agents that don't leave slippery residue, and install grab bars where needed. When combined with proper footwear, these adjustments create a much safer living space. A simple change in what's on your feet can become the difference between a steady step and a devastating fall. If you're still watching this video and learning something new, comment number 2 below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon to stay informed on ways to live safer and stronger every day. We've got much more valuable content ahead, so stay with us. Number 3. Not adjusting medications that cause dizziness. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. You rise from bed, shuffle to your feet, and suddenly, the walls feel like they're closing in. Your balance falters, and your heart skips as you grab the nearest piece of furniture to steady yourself. You brush it off and go back to bed, assuming it's just part of getting older, but it might not be. That dizzy spell could be a direct side effect of a medication you've been taking for years, now interacting differently with your aging body. As we age, our bodies process medications more slowly. What worked perfectly in your 50s may now linger in your bloodstream, amplify side effects, and increase the risk of dizziness, confusion, and unsteadiness. Blood pressure medications, sedatives, sleep aids, and even certain antidepressants or antihistamines can affect balance and cognitive clarity in subtle but dangerous ways. The risk increases when multiple medications are combined, a common reality for many seniors managing chronic conditions. Take Gerald Thompson, a 74-year-old veteran from Arizona. After being prescribed a new sleep medication, he began waking up feeling dazed and foggy. One morning, while stepping outside for the newspaper, he lost his footing and stumbled down his front steps. Thankfully, he caught the railing in time. A medication review revealed the drug's sedative effects were lingering well into his waking hours. His doctor adjusted the dosage and timing, switching to a gentler option. Since then, Gerald has felt more alert in the mornings and has had no further balance scares. Imagine trying to do simple daily tasks, getting out of a car, stepping into the shower, reaching for a plate while your world feels slightly off-center. For seniors, this isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Even a brief moment of disorientation can lead to a serious fall, broken bones, hospitalization, and a loss of independence. That's why recognizing when medications might be the cause is so vital. These tiny pills may help with one health issue while silently creating another. To protect yourself or a loved one, insist on a yearly medication review with your doctor or pharmacist, especially if you're experiencing dizziness, fatigue, or balance issues. Don't stop taking anything abruptly, but do ask whether adjustments or alternatives exist. There's often a safer way forward. Staying informed and proactive could mean the difference between a confident step and a devastating fall. Number 4. Poor lighting in key areas. Imagine waking up at 3 a.m., your bladder nudging you toward the bathroom. You know the path by heart, so you don't bother flipping on a light. But halfway there, your foot catches the corner of a rug, and before you realize what's happening, you are on the floor, hurting and disoriented. For many seniors, that split-second stumble isn't just a scare, it can change their independence forever. And sadly, it's often preventable. One of the most dangerously underestimated mistakes older adults make is living with poor lighting, especially in areas like hallways, stairways, and bathrooms. Over time, we get used to how our homes look and feel we think we can navigate them blindfolded. But as vision and reflexes decline with age, familiar paths become shadowed minefields. You may think your memory will protect you, but aging AIs process light differently, and depth perception starts to weaken even if your glasses are up to date. Let me share the story of Pauline, a 78-year-old retired nurse from Indiana. For years, she relied on dim wall sconces in her hallway, confident she could find her way. One winter morning, she slipped on a barely visible slipper lying near her bedroom door and fell hard on her hip. The X-rays showed a fracture that required surgery and weeks of painful rehab. She later admitted she always meant to update the lighting but just never got around to it. That single delay changed months of her life. Here's the truth. Even a slight reduction in lighting can trick your eyes and delay your reaction. When moving between rooms of different brightness levels, the eyes of older adults take longer to adjust. That means misjudging a step, not seeing a threshold, or walking into furniture edges becomes more likely, especially in dim corners. Aging also changes the physical structure of your eyes. The lens thickens, pupils shrink, and the retina becomes less sensitive to light. That means what felt bright enough 10 years ago could now be borderline dangerous. Yet many homes still rely on outdated fixtures, low-watt bulbs, or poorly positioned lamps that don't illuminate where you truly need them. The fix is both affordable and effective. Use brighter daylight spectrum LED bulbs in high-traffic areas. Install nightlights in the bathroom, stairwell, and hallway, especially where you tend to walk in the dark. Consider motion sensor lights that automatically turn on when you move, eliminating the need to find a switch. And don't neglect outdoor lighting. Front steps and walkways should be well lit to prevent evening accidents. Place lamps strategically by your favorite reading chair, near the kitchen counter, at hallway turns. Ensure all light switches are easy to access, even from bed. If they're too far or awkward to reach, invest in remote-controlled switches or voice-activated smart bulbs that work with assistants like Alexa or Google Home. The aim isn't to make your house look like a department store. It's about reducing the shadows where danger hides. When your surroundings are well lit, your confidence improves. You walk with greater assurance, and you're far less likely to stumble or fall. In a world where one fall can lead to months of recovery, or worse, upgrading your lighting is one of the smartest, simplest investments you can make. If this message resonates with you, type number 4 in the comments to let me know you're still with us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. We're here to bring you clear, honest tips to help you age safely, independently, and with confidence. Now, let's keep going. You won't want to miss what's next. Number 5. Neglecting balance exercises. One of the most overlooked yet vital aspects of aging well is balance training. While many seniors make efforts to stay active through walking, gardening, or light workouts, they often skip exercises that specifically improve balance, and that's a costly mistake. Balance is not a passive ability. It's a learned and practiced skill. And as we age, the systems that support our balance, muscular strength, joint flexibility, vision, and the inner ear begin to decline unless deliberately strengthened. The misconception that daily movement alone maintains stability can be misleading. Walking, while beneficial, doesn't challenge your coordination in the same way a balance exercise does. True balance training involves dynamic activities like toe-to-heel walks, standing on one leg with eyes closed, or practicing controlled movements such as yoga or Tai Chi. These routines stimulate the brain-body connection and train your muscles to respond more effectively to unexpected shifts in position. Take, for example, Evelyn Torres, a 79-year-old retired librarian from San Antonio. Despite staying physically active by volunteering and cleaning her home regularly, Evelyn had a scare when she lost her footing while reaching into a high kitchen cabinet. She didn't fall, but it shook her confidence. At her son's suggestion, she joined a community fall prevention program. Through simple daily balance drills like sidestepping and ankle strengthening exercises, she regained both stability and assurance in her movements. She now confidently hosts neighborhood book clubs, moves around independently, and feels more in control of her body than she did 5 years ago. Neglecting to work on balance isn't just about increasing the risk of falls, it also leads to reduced confidence in your daily life. When you're unsure of your footing, you begin to avoid certain activities, climbing stairs, walking outdoors, or playing with grandchildren. That hesitation creates a cycle of inactivity and further weakness. But with even 10 minutes a day dedicated to balance, this cycle can be reversed. In fact, research has shown that balance exercises don't just improve physical stability, they also enhance cognitive function. Activities that demand coordination, focus, and body awareness stimulate the brain's neural networks. This dual benefit means that by practicing balance, you're not only protecting your physical safety, but also supporting memory and alertness. So, adding a few mindful movements into your daily routine is an investment in both your body and mind. Now that we've unpacked these 5 common balance mistakes, take a moment to reflect. Which one caught you off guard? Was it realizing that dim lighting could be just as hazardous as slick floors? Or perhaps it was the reminder that holding on to pride might sometimes put your safety at risk? Whatever stood out to you, remember this: these aren't failures, they're invitations to take meaningful steps toward better balance and well-being. Losing balance doesn't happen in one day. It often fades slowly through small, unnoticed habits. The encouraging part? That means you can also rebuild it with simple, intentional changes. Whether it's choosing safer shoes, using night lights, or being honest about how a medication affects you, every thoughtful choice adds up to stronger, steadier days ahead. There's strength in listening to what your body is telling you.
This audio was created with Podcastle.ai.
There's strength in listening to what your body is telling you. adapting isn't giving up, it's growing wiser. And there's courage in doing what keeps you upright, not just for yourself, but for those who love you and want to see you thrive. So ask yourself, which of these 5 habits can you improve starting today? It might be something easy like switching out worn slippers, making a doctor's appointment, or finally embracing the support of a cane. No matter the step, taking action now is a powerful way to honor your health and your independence. If you're still here, that tells me one thing: you're committed to living not just longer, but better. That mindset alone makes a world of difference. We truly appreciate you spending this time with us. Please leave a comment below what's one takeaway you're putting into practice. We read every message, and your experiences and insights mean a lot to us. And if this video brought value to you, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Your support keeps us going and helps us create more content to empower and encourage you. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, stay strong, stay safe, and take care.